we are back live again. I always forget to turn down my headphones on that epic intro where it's just so loud and it's like, oh my God. But yes, we have another special guest episode, our Creator Sessions number 4 with Albert and Robert. And we've got Andrew joining us, my regular co-host. We've got Paul, the producer, in the back that you won't see, but so happy to have you guys here with us. My God.
Forward to this one.
Oh yes, it's so cool, mate. I hand selected it actually. I wanted it really early on in the Creator Sessions because I just loved this project, and I explained to them in the green room that you haven't seen this yet, so it's a real reaction, and that's why it's going to be a really fun episode. Those that are tuning in that are new here, we're also streaming to Albert's channel, right, on your YouTube channel. So if you're seeing us for the first time and wondering who we are, we are Chris and Andrew from the AI Live Show, and we're also streaming on YouTube as well. So you'll be seeing us in 2 different areas, and we might get a nice mingling of different people in the group chats today. And we can bring all of your comments onto stage like this. Hello, Daniela, tuning in. And let us know where in the world you are tuning in from, what your interest in AI is, and all of the other stuff. We do a regular show on a Tuesday where we do a 2-hour showcase of lots of different stuff. This is a very different show, though. This is all focused on one creator. In your case, it's a pair of creators, which is our first pair of creators, which is so cool. And yes, Tarmac. We're going to be looking at Tarmac. We're not going to be looking at a history of your guys' stuff because you wanted us to focus on your latest piece, which is really a good idea. We did that with with Gossip Goblin. We just watched his latest premiere as well and focused all on the latest workflows. So it's going to be a really in-depth session for you guys looking for all of the juicy details. We've got Buenos Aires, Argentina tuning in. Love to see that in the house. Drop your questions throughout. We're going to be doing Q&A at the end, basically, and watching part 1, and then a bit of a behind the scenes in the middle, and then a part 2 of the show. But yeah, I want you guys to give us a pitch, like a very short pitch for Tarmac, like how you would sell it to someone in like 1 or 2 lines. And Andrew's a very good person to hear this because obviously he hasn't seen this. So I'd love to know your pitch for Tarmac.
Well, I mean, we all kind of know the shows like The X-Files and all those shows where there are mysterious American agents doing secretive things behind closed doors. But those all take place in the US. What most people don't know is that Americans have been in Germany on secret bases for decades now.
They exist. They look crazy.
Yeah. So these are real places.
Wow.
We drive past them we're in Munich right now, in Germany right now. So we are very aware of these facilities, and we have no idea what's going on in Ramstein Air Base specifically. So what we decided, because they won't tell us, what we decided is that in the 70s, they actually figured out time travel there. And Jimmy Carter decided to use that mysterious, very expensive time machine to get rid of nuclear waste by sending it perpetually 1 week into the future. Yeah. So you can imagine the team that is now required to stay there forever and gets up to all sorts of time travel shenanigans because no one can ever fire them, or the world will be flooded with the nuclear waste of the past 50 years.
But the waste problem is always a Friday, so the rest of the time is basically up to them.
Yeah. What would you do
cool
in your
is
spare time
that,
machine?
Andrew?
That is
now that you've heard all that, mate, what do you think? Yeah.
I think it's a great concept. And the first question I have to ask you is, where did this even come from? You know, how did your minds, I want to know how your minds work. Like, how? Please.
I think that was in the drawer for a long time. We had like a late night writing session. We met on like a weekend, and we decided, okay, we want to write something. And as always, nothing like real comes out of this. And so we thought we took some notes, put it in the drawer, and then
wrote some actual more budget conscious office sitcoms. So we have gotten a couple shows off the ground as fiction podcasts, more realistic. Like we did a startup sitcom for one of the bigger networks here in Germany, which is a lot like Silicon Valley, The Office, that type of thing. But we always had this sci-fi thing in the back of our minds, which would take very expensive sets or animation. And now
which
with
was
AI,
also very, very expensive.
Exactly, right? And now
why not?
we have these tools. So we
Yeah.
went like, hey, why not just go for it with these AI tools? And a friend of ours, Ariana Emmerich, who is a very talented illustrator,
Yeah.
who could let us achieve an original style that wasn't just prompted, you know.
You work in
Mm.
both traditional and now you've gone across to the AI as well.
Yes, and I think with Tarmac, there's a lot of things that came together in this because we did a lot of audio plays, which is all about timing and pacing, and it's without the visual layer, so you have to make the joke land really well
in just an auditory fashion. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's how we learned to direct these things fast because audio plays you have to get through like whole season within a couple of days. You have to do
Right.
that and be efficient, and that helped us with Tarmac a lot.
Yeah, it makes us very impatient. So
Yeah.
like traditional workflows, we did a lot of ads. Like obviously we are also from the visual space, but there's a reason we did ads and not like seasons of TV because they take a lot of time. And coming from the audio space, we wanted that same speed of production, and AI, of course, helps us get that with visuals, which is amazing.
Awesome. I love hearing these stories, don't you, Andrew, where it's like when we heard from Uncanny Harry doing the BBC directing stuff and now his ability to do the same speed of thought and the way he can what did he call it? His goblin cave. He was going into his little goblin cave and then he would come out with things like 24 hours later that would take him like fortnights before. And everyone's found this new way of like adapting their former skills, and people that are new to the space are getting the new skills. They're having to. The thing you can't learn though is just being in the industry. All of the like years and years of knowing what really slows things down, and then knowing what AI really helps speed things up. I've tried to teach people this, but they don't understand it because they haven't been through the pain. You have to be through the years of pain to really understand why.
There's no shortcut.
There's no
this is
shortcut.
The easy thing. But of course you do it like this, but then no, people need that experience too.
Yeah, of course. I think that's our superpower. That experience is the superpower.
I agree.
What makes us stand out from the AI, it's the experience that we can bring into it. And I've always said that the people who are going to be the best at the video, like directing videos, AI videos, is usually people who's got experience working in AI videos. I think the odds of someone who's got zero experience writing a couple of prompts and becoming huge in this space is with zero TV film background. I think it's very unlikely. Very unlikely.
It's the grounding, isn't it? It's like a stand-up comedian. Like I see people breaking out on Instagram now who like get a viral comedic bit, but they're not stand-ups. They're not writers. They don't know how to back it up or how to do the next thing. They don't even know what made it work necessarily. It's more of an algorithm thing, So it is like that, Andrew. Exactly. Even if you do hit on something big, you don't know how to continue it. You don't know how to like even understand and what went well, maybe necessarily, because you've not got the, like, as you said, Robert, you just can't fake these things. You can't growth hack these things. There's no course that can teach you. I've said these words out loud to people with pain in my voice. I've said, God, these used to take me 2 weeks before. 2 weeks I used to spend doing this thing, and now I can do it in 2 hours. And people go, didn't you waste a lot of your time? But they don't know the pain.
But that makes you appreciate
it's not a waste though, right? I mean, you'll see today we haven't gotten into the technical details, but like we went back to a lot of the tools that we learned to love, like Blender, for example, and of course aside from all the hardware, like just the recording techniques, we used them. We just didn't use them for the slow things that AI can now speed up. So
interesting.
There's so much. There's a treasure trove of stuff that people may be coming from AI should still be learning, and I defend that. Like Blender, absolutely still a valuable skill set for not everything, obviously, but many styles like ours.
Or Logic, for example, like any sound editor, if you have in-depth knowledge.
Logic Pro, oh my God, Robert, we're going to talk about Logic Pro for the rest of this episode. If you start me on that, I will. I used to teach Logic Pro privately for like 6 years, and this DAW and Ableton and Reason and all of them, like everybody that uses music LLMs, I'm like, well, if you knew how to use, MIDI and WAV stems, then you'd be able to get so much more out of Suno. And by the way, I hosted I hosted Dramina's event last week in London, and they're obviously the Seedance providers, and they literally showed us, here's how to use Blender 3D scenes to get the most out of Seedance 2.5 with full control of like driving video. And I was like, oh, here we are again, Cinema 4D, Blender, all of those like exact tools that people say are AI is making irrelevant, and now suddenly your superpower to make AI way better. It's like the news can shift so quickly on such things, right? And I never gave up my DAW, and I never will. And Logic, if you're an Apple user, is the easy one, right? Like you can buy it outright, it's £200, you own it, and you can just use it and get better with it. And now you've got music LLMs to provide quick stems to make faster music. And it's exactly the same happening in the film space. It's fascinating. So I'm so glad you said Logic, though. Not many people in Logic users, a lot more Ableton users I come across.
True.
Logic,
but I stick to Logic. I started with it. Now I know it inside out.
Same.
That's my thing.
I actually moved from PC to Apple just for Logic. And then I've never gone back again.
Yeah. Totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
What was you guys' first editing program like?
Oh, well, Paul, the producer, will have a great answer to that in the back end. I started late with editing, so I was, I was just in the typical Premiere Pro, like Adobe Suite type stuff. What was yours?
Me,
Final Cut Express.
Andrew, go. Oh no, I was just saying, my background was I worked at radio for the BBC, so I actually was using Cool Edit. So I was really focused on the audio side of things. Cool Edit. I don't know if anyone remembers Cool Edit, which is now Adobe Audition. But that was the one that I learned on. Yeah, it was Cool Edit back in the days, and then Adobe Audition, and then once because I understood audio editing, moving across to video editing wasn't that big a jump. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, but you kind of get the different tracks, etc. So yeah, for me, what was yours?
I remember Final Cut Express, and that was the time of YouTube tutorials where you wanted to do all the crazy green screen effects, but it didn't allow me to do that. I could key something, but it couldn't like auto track. So I had to like manually keyframe myself onto my hand. That's like these kind of videos I did. And these techniques still kind of hold up.
That video you're describing right now. Awesome. So before I liked Robert, I knew Robert for many years. He was in the same class in middle school, and we didn't care much for each other. We weren't like enemies, but we were like, oh, that guy. So I saw his lightsaber video on like Facebook, and I was just like, I can do that, and that motivated me. So we were just kind of like pushing each other to a level of skill at which point we could no longer ignore that we should probably work together.
I love that.
That is brilliant. And that was one of my questions, actually. It was, when exactly did you guys meet? So that's a great one to have answered up top like that you knew each other in middle school, but you actually started working together later on. That's brilliant. How awesome. It's crazy that Andrew and I have been doing this for like 3 years now, and that we didn't meet before that. I mean, we did actually, mate, didn't we? We've been talking for longer than that, but you've been in like I'm surprised that when you were leading MySpace that we didn't meet, because I was managing bands and stuff at this time, I had a record label who were doing things through MySpace, and he was like leading the social media at MySpace or the growth marketing, or what was it exactly?
So I joined MySpace, to give you an idea of time, it was 2006. So only Facebook was available to students. So it was those early days. And I originally was there to do marketing for music, and then it just went to everything because it just blew up so quick. So it was literally went from a couple of million people on the site to hundreds of millions and becoming the biggest website in the world.
Wow!
In like a year. So your goals change quick. So one day I'm doing this,
suddenly your job is everything.
Wait, I have a team.
Head of global this, and you're like, what? So I'm surprised we didn't meet, but like I said, I was all over the place during for a while.
Imagine your paycheck when you're like dealing with 1 million customers and then 100 million customers. You're like, can I get paid 100 times more, please, to doing this job?
Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yeah, they're
I was
like,
gonna
no, it's gonna
say.
stay the same.
Yeah. You just ride out this insane expansion, and how
But
much has the internet changed since then?
MySpace was a thing of the past. Let's talk about a thing of the future. I want to hear more about Tarmac now. I really want to hear some more about like not just how you come up with the ideas, but just like the storytelling behind it. That's something that we try to do on this show. It's not just the technology, it's understanding the power of story. And that's the thing I really want to kind of get into, but I really want to see a clip of it. I want to see
well, I was going to say it's probably best if we do watch part 1, being that you don't know the show yet. Obviously me and Paul are well aware, and many of the other people watching will be aware, but if you are watching it for the first time, let us know in the comments. Also, as I said, get your questions ready, because we're going to be saving them all up for the end of the show to answer. Paul, the ice cream fan, turned up. Oh my god, we have an ongoing joke in this show where he tries to pull up when we're live, and he never manages to do it on the Tuesday, but he's here on a Wednesday.
Wow.
Damn!
I haven't heard
Thank
it.
you, ice cream.
That's hilarious. Oh my god, Paul! I could just imagine Paul laughing in the background now. Anyway, let's watch part 1, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Nina, we gotta go. We gotta go.
What's going on, Daddy?
She's back.
Mommy?
No, Mommy's still with Derek. The mothership. She's coming. The others saw the lights again.
But it's school night.
Honey, if we finally get Daddy's evidence, tomorrow he gets to school the government. Go warm up the car.
Ow!
Hey, it's not for you, it's for them.
Why do aliens need cocoa?
Did you not read the ABCs of alien encounters?
I did, I promise. Remain calm, bring cocoa, and don't comment on the green skin. It's racist.
Darn right. And that's the kind of thinking that gets people probed.
Dad!
It's beautiful.
They're buying it. Not a single eyes on us down here.
We're a go.
Let's get it moving, boys. God help us. I was going nuts without daylight down here. Just had this installed. Same guys who make periscopes on the big submarines. Weirdly, they still installed it wearing wetsuits. You should enjoy the sun before you head back to your lab, Doctor.
Darn right, sir. But first, I want to introduce you to Paul, the new recruit. He's my half-brother, it turns out.
I heard about you. Another secret president kid, huh?
Yes, sir. But I don't know which one.
Ooh, can I tell him, Colonel?
Rhymes with shush.
Bush?
Oh, no, actually. Rhymes with classified. I was attempting something clever there.
I bet it's Abe Lincoln. Mom likes tall guys.
Why not, son? What's your background?
Actually, he has a lot of experience. Tell him about your jobs, Paul.
Oh yeah, I've done a bunch. I field tested mosquito sprays. Picked out fonts for label makers.
What the?
They had me on guard duty for telescopes once. I still don't know what that was called.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Paul.
Anyway, I look forward to the gig.
This is not a gig, son. When you take this job, there's no side hustles, no days off, no moonlighting. Do you know what moonlighting means, son?
It's when you show your ass, sir. So what do you do here?
Anyway, that's my half-brother. I'll show him around. Thanks, boss.
Shake it off, Dean. They'll be fine. At least you know what you're doing, General.
In the mid-1970s, my predecessor designed the Time Spring. It's your new best work friend.
Wow!
The government didn't know what to do with it until that old tree hugger, Jimmy Carter, figured it out.
Why is he standing like that?
He's looking the other way. For America.
Are you sure it's him?
He suggested we use it to dispose of radioactive waste. Once a week, we get a shipment from the States. The big lever gets pulled, and the barrels go barreling into the future.
It's so shiny.
Oh, it's also super expensive. I'm the quantum physicist here. I pull the lever.
Aw, so what do I do?
Oh, you'll be delegating the time budget.
I do calendar stuff?
Well, sending radioactivity into the future actually generates power that we can then spend on other time travel. For every ton of waste we send per week, we can send another ton in the opposite direction. Weak tons. It's why I have a Shadow Nobel.
Ooh, what did the last guy do?
Oh man, he was great. One time, he measured one entangled particle and then immediately traveled back a few nanoseconds and checked the second particle's state.
Oh, he did, like, science.
Well, yeah, of course. But we figured out all the big questions already, so he left for CERN. I guess you could just make it your own.
I need a coffee.
Okay. See you later.
How fun is this, Andrew?
Wow,
And
this
my
is-
God, you can tell these guys have worked with Amazon and Audible, right? Like,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
real. Like, you can just see it from the writing, from the character choices, from the interaction. It's just so good. It's so blinking good. Well,
Thank you very
awesome
much
stuff.
for setting the stage. Andrew, what do you think?
Yeah.
I was just saying that for me, I thought it was brilliant so far. But the two things that really stood out, one, you can tell that you guys script writers, like just the way the jokes were coming in and the timing of the jokes and when to place the jokes. And also it visually, it looks stunning.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you.
I love
did
the
you
style.
use? What platform were you? Because it couldn't have been Hicksfield 2.5. Or
It's
you have access
it's
to it
Blender.
then.
No.
You mean
it's
Seedance
not-
2.5?
Seedance 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2.0 still at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, sure,
720p.
720p. Yeah.
720p.
And the trick was practically every single shot is based on a still that we put together in Blender.
Yeah.
So we have like the slides where you can see some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yes,
if we want to dive
we're
right
going to
into
do that. Yes,
Let-
exactly. Yes, what we generally do is it's replaying now without any sound, and as soon as the clip's gone, yes, we'll dive into the deck. Also, Paul found a really nice behind the scenes video that you've got on your YouTube as well that we're thinking of playing as well, if that's okay with you guys.
It's a great intro, I would say. Actually, yeah. If we just play that right away and then we can go into details, that makes sense.
Oh, really? Before the deck even? That's really, really cool. By the way, so cool that you've made this and that you're doing, like, we're seeing this pattern now, aren't we, Andrew, where like things that are really popular get a BTS video and it explains so much to those that are so curious about it in a creative way as well. So really awesome that you did that. If we've got it, Paul, let's show it.
Hey, Albert, I think we found a new way to do 2D animation.
I think so too, but if all the character designs are made by humans, the voices are acted by humans, the script's written by humans, and the whole thing's edited by humans, what did we do with AI?
We're about to show you. Welcome to Tarmac.
Do you know what moonlighting means, son?
It's when you show your ass, sir.
I can't fake laugh as good as Martina can.
I absolutely adore workplace comedies.
And we wanted to combine it with time travel, and then Tarmac evolved.
In the mid-1970s, my predecessor designed the Time Spring. It's your new best work friend.
When I work with Robert, it's completely different every time. Sometimes one of us comes up with the structure for an episode, and then we get together to write gags for it.
We didn't sleep for a long time.
It's a lot of in-person joking around.
How long is the nuclear?
You can't ask how long the nuclear.
Oh, 30 years! Thank you very much. It's an AI animated show, but we didn't want to do this alone, so we called up some friends.
Hi, my name is Martina.
My name is Chris Auber.
I'm Ariana.
And we organized a whole recording day.
I'm excited because we've had a good filming day so far, and I'm excited to see everybody's talents exercised on game day like this.
I wish that everybody would have a little, we call it pigeon camera, and it just makes the whole situation so much lighter and better.
We're keeping a lot of human elements in the process. The character design, the acting, but then also the writing. Yes, we do that on the TV. Don't judge. So we thought the whole process of creating an animated show would be a blast.
Today was a great day.
Should we tell him about the computer stuff, Albert?
The fruits of entertainment are nourished in the dirt of pain.
It's way too late. We didn't even do anything creative. Okay, Albert, what are you doing right now?
The actual scenes of Tarmac are built primarily in Blender, the 3D software. So despite being AI, we're blocking out the full environment using very rough objects so that the AI later knows where furniture is, where walls are, where the characters are standing, and can create kind of the final quality in AI with very high precision, very high directorial control.
Yes, sir. But I don't know which one.
For a project with this many parts, minimizing clicks is super important, and that's why I built a custom browser plugin to help us with that. It reads in your images from Blender, and you can drag and drop them into Magnific. It even glues together a prompt for you, so that's also just copy-paste. For composing other complex prompts, we're using Crumpet, a free app that saves you a lot of time on your projects.
You'll never want American coffee ever again. Check it out. Want to be in Italy? Here, have an espresso. France? Have a French press. Germany? This. Ugh, how long do I have to stay here?
What do I do without
Claude Code and food.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great for you.
The truth is, this is your time to shine. Dimly. Underground.
We're halfway through production of episode 1.
Which means right now is your chance to support Tarmac. We're looking for distribution support, and if that sounds like you,
write us a message.
Can't wait.
Love that. Yeah,
That behind the scenes video. Oh my god, it's so much fun the way you edited it together and showed all of the things. I didn't know about the custom thing that you'd made though, the browser.
Yeah,
that's
why
really
we're here.
next level. That's next
I
level.
only recently found out that by doing so, we actually broke the terms of service of Magnific. So don't tell them.
Oh damn! What, by building your own integration? You mean?
Because they don't, or at the time they didn't provide any metadata to the downloads, and we desperately needed that because, of course, we wanted to make a professional show, and you need all that stuff in order to convince a distributor to go for it, just legally.
Right.
And so the downloader gets all the prompt and the model and everything. We didn't like hack Magnific, but they also didn't want us doing.
We politely asked the website.
Exactly.
I saw a special thanks to them at the end as well.
Yes, exactly.
Was that done
So
by
many-
Claude Code? Did you do it by Claude Code? Because you mentioned Claude Code in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
A lot. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so cool to think about. Like, oh, we've got a pipeline and we don't have a tool. Like, if there was a tool, I could go use it. But if not, I can just go make one. And this is so awesome to think about how things integrate into one another now. I also thought about like, you know, I've played with the Ableton MCP and the Logic MCP and stuff through Claude, and I'm like, ooh, things are starting to get really interesting here, where I never saw these bridges before, and suddenly you can imagine like, you know, like a visual that's using audio to sort of move it. You know, you can imagine that these things could totally intertwine now. Kyber, if you ever used that, was an OG platform that used to do things like that. But like, I was thinking about building my own version of Kyber recently because I haven't really seen one going on. And I was just like, we can do that these days with Claude Code. It's kind of wild. So
but
cool
only because you know the platform.
Yes.
And
Right,
that's
that's true.
where it gets interesting, right? Because we knew Blender and what it can do. We decided to just piggyback off the whole software to just do what our pipeline needs to do.
Oh, hey,
Right.
greetings back to Romania.
Hey, Romania.
A former
That's
student.
awesome.
That's cool. That's
I was
awesome to hear.
That's something we also share in common, by the way. Andrew does workshops, I do workshops, you do workshops, and you're doing Curious Refuge right now, workshops, and
Yeah.
it's so awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
We're a
It's
big,
lots of fun.
big fan of all of their stuff, and we've had Dave on, I think, 4 times on this show now.
Damn,
And
he's a regular.
Dave's he was the OG, actually. I actually helped with one of his pieces. He did Battalion or something, like one of his really old pieces back in the like mid-journey Runway 1 days. And I made a song that went into this, talking about music. I made a remix of a specific song that he requested as a director. He's like, I really like this, but I need it to be more dramatic, have more trumpets, and have more sort of a orchestral arrangement. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. So I used Logic and Udio at the time, and stems and stuff like this, and then I was like, Dave, why don't you come on and show it on the show? Now look at where he is. He's just announced, Andrew, by the way, they're part of the Disney Accelerator program, and he's got a feature film coming with the guy from Backrooms, and you're like,
wow. big stuff.
It is. He told us back then, he said, wait, you just wait for the big announcements that's coming. And I was like, well, now we're here. And
now it couldn't be a bigger announcement. Yeah.
It's so cool to see it, honestly. And Gossip Goblin announced his feature film as well. We've got like 5 known feature films, pure AI and some hybrid AI, coming before the end of the year now. And they're coming to theaters, and this is going to be really interesting. I just went and saw one yesterday in a theater, a privately booked theater. It was amazing. Thank you to Artlist for inviting me for that one, by the way. I went and watched The Ark, which was a series premiere, and they booked the Electric Cinema Theatre in Notting Hill, which was beautiful.
Wow.
One thing, so going back to your behind the scenes, you've got obviously your friends coming over and delivering like basically your work together, like
sound
a
booth
collaboration. Was that all done in one day, or was it like 7 days that they came over? So it was just one day, and then we saw.
We did one recording day. We planned it thoroughly so we can. So it was
awesome.
As we did with the audio plays. It's basically one person in the booth, everyone else in a separate room reading back to them, so we capture the emotions and like a proper response. So they're not only reading their lines, but they're reacting to something that they hear over the headphones.
I mean, ideally, if we were able to do this in like a full studio with a TV budget, that sort of thing, I think we would prefer doing the whole ensemble at once. Because that really lets people play off each other. But the way we did it, literally in the room next door, it was one at a time in the actual booth, and the other one kind of got to warm up the lines before they got to go in.
Sure. So
and,
have
it
you
would have
done
been
this
faster even.
Have you done this before? Not AI, but have you done this before, like when your TV work?
For the Audible work we did, and the comedy. Oh, animation work, we actually, that's the kind of the funny thing. We got into animation. You're right. We did a couple animated ads for entertainment projects. Animation I think, lends itself better to AI at the moment than live action styles. So I'd say that's the reason we got so deeply into animation lately. And to be totally honest, I'm kind of an animation beginner in the sense that I am only now really learning the craft myself by hand. Like I'm teaching myself illustrating and that sort of thing, because I bring the directorial and the writing work, but the actual animation stuff, I mean, in our case, Ariana studied that. So the designer of the characters of Tarmac, we've been bringing that in externally to get that expertise. But
and that's why we also chose the style that we have right now, because we're good in 3D, right? And the characters, we wanted to be animated in 2D. That's why we mashed up like the styles, so we could generate and create the environments and the surroundings, and then we asked our Ari to just create distinct characters for this show.
We gave her some reference inputs.
Exactly.
Very old style. Like, here are the 2D shows we love. Like mash up the we did the reverse thing. So we knew just from experience what 2D styles Nano Banana Pro was good at handling, and Seedance 2 was good at animating, and kind of had Ari design the perfect handmade style to match that. So the outlines, for example, are kind of pencily, they're a little rough, they're not perfectly clean, because AI video models at the time still didn't keep outlines clean. So we thought maybe a rough pencil would lend itself to that. That's kind of how we
so smart. Again, it's experience, right? You guys have been just generating for years now. You know exactly what Nano Banana can handle, what it can't handle, and then you're like, it's so smart. And again, you can't fake that experience. A lot of people that are just getting into AI now, they don't have any idea about the history of AI and where we've come from and what's been struggling up till now. They're just like, oh, Seedance is crazy, this is cool. And I'm like, yeah, but you have no idea where we've come from, the struggles of Midjourney 3, Midjourney 4, all of that. Like, oh my god. Like,
and the pitfalls where you spent $50 on a clip.
All the pitfalls. But how cool is it that we started so early with AI, because now we get to have our minds blown by the new models.
Absolutely.
Right? Now they're doing what people have always thought AI, or honestly, what people have always thought like VFX was already doing, right? It's always just been the computer
about that.
And we appreciate it.
No, expectations are crazy for newbies. I can't believe how high their expectations are. It's like, God, if you've known where we've come from. Anyway, we've got your deck here, which you were very, very thankful for bringing.
Oh, you have
to
it.
us.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Well, you've loaded it in here.
That's us. Yes. Okay, that's us.
So yes,
boomer moment.
It's in your control. Yeah. So I thought we've got some. As well as doing a BTS, you have this amazing deck to go through, and all of this. And you by the way, I just wanted to call attention. You mentioned in the BTS there that you're looking for publication help. So if anyone is watching this, you know, that has any sort of funding or anything like that, and they're interested in the show, it's unbelievable what you've been able to pull off in the sound recordings of your booths that you're doing right now. It's such a great showcase for what a real studio booking money could do, you know, like as you said, just taking this to as you've already done studio stuff too, so you know exactly what you're doing in there. It's just like, get us the money to be able to do that ourselves, basically. It's so just wanted to draw attention to that. If you're watching,
thank you so much.
This is something you want to back financially. Awesome to see all this stuff though, the BTS, the walkthroughs. And are you doing this in some sort of a workshop environment or anything like that? Are you showing people this, or is this just for us, like this sort of deck that you've made here?
I mean, I think you're an exclusive in public. So we did an internal one for Curious Refuge as part of my AI animation class there. But this is the first time we've been sharing this actual deck.
Thank you so much for doing that. We really appreciate it.
You get a premiere. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having us on.
You're so welcome. Like I said, when you showed it to us in the WhatsApp group, I was like, this style, this hybrid production, these lines, this character design, everything, the writing, I was like, it's so unique. And I wanted to know more about you guys straight away. So I was like, cool. Got to have them in the first 5 of the creator sessions if we can align our diaries, because I know how busy you are making all these courses for Curious Refuge. Again, thank you for doing that, because again, I bet you're doing a lot of LA time jumping as well right now, aren't you, with those guys? And it's not easy. We know all about all that as well. So yeah. And you were shooting all day today, and so you're taking busy time out of your day in order to literally show us this. But yeah, please tell us more.
Well, we would love to shoot more Tarmac, so I'm so glad to be here. This is very important to us because that's the stuff we want to be working on.
Right.
And for the solo creators, because AI, a lot of people getting into AI, right? They're coming from maybe a vague media background, and they're first time experiencing, wow, I can do this on my own. But the message that we're trying to send with this piece is that it's really still the fun parts are in collaborating with people, right? That's what you see on this slide. Is you don't want to, rationalize away the parts that really spark joy in the classical way, which is writing, which is riffing off like the text that is on the page and then trying to figure out if it suits the actor or the actress, doing a table read, eating together, having fun. These moments I really like, and this was our vision for this for the show.
Absolutely.
I mean,
especially
Chris
with
Auber,
comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why Chris, I mean, Chris is an American stand-up comedian who we're so lucky to have in Munich, because that's a whole challenge by itself, right? I mean, you guys, you have access to English talent everywhere around you, and we do have an excellent pool within Munich, but it's a very small pool. So Chris and Martina are we're so lucky to have gotten them for this project, and they have that ability to, we're not stuck on our script. We write it, we think it's good, but then on the day, amazing stuff happens. We're happy to change lines around. Yeah. And that's not something an AI voice, even though they are getting very good, will ever do.
Or the pushback, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'll push back,
but it's never good.
Very good point.
Yeah, especially with AI, just agrees with everything you pretty much say.
Yeah.
And the motivational part here. Oh, sorry, Andrew.
No, you go. The motivational part.
The one motivational part that kept us doing this thing, because it was a long way. It wasn't just an afternoon. It was a month. Was that we asked 5 people to help us with this thing. They better see it.
Yeah. You start owing people a result, right? Which, at least to us, is personally a very strong motivator. Because, like, this is going to sound like weirdly psychological, but like, I'm okay disappointing myself creatively. Like, if it's not done, I'm a little sad, right?
That.
But
I totally know what you mean about that. And yeah, you've got people to get the show out to. You've got people that want this to do well, and you want to please them, much like collaborators. And it's so interesting, isn't it? I'm so glad that we did choose you as number 4, because Zach London, who's based in, Gossip Goblin is his handle, based in Sweden, is also booking English talent in his small little Swedish place and getting them to locally record. And I'm like, what's going on here, Andrew, where the UK and suddenly British talent is suddenly being booked abroad? And it's some of the best stuff we've seen in AI to date. And actually, Zach said he really didn't like in his previous episodes when he used virtual talent for voice acting, because he needed that same in the room thing that you just said, which is the back and forth on the lines. That's not how I deliver it. And the guy that did the really Cockney accent, it was like, no, that's not what a Cockney would say. This is what a Cockney would say, And it's like, your writing can go so far, but I actually lived this stuff. So it's like, it's like that back and forth dynamic again. I love that you're bringing attention to that. We were also siloed in AI. So many of us are in our bedrooms now making individual projects. And I love seeing that this is the graduation of it all. It feels much more big and professional and next level. And that these sorts of projects will be what people will really gravitate towards, less the solo creators, more the teams of people.
Yeah, I think I do a lot of stuff with TV production companies, and what you said before would be so refreshing to them, to say that actually it's not we're not going into a world of solo freelancers working by themselves in silo. It's actually teams. But I'd love to see more of this deck. I'd love to kind of go through more. So you've got
Let's go.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I mean, you saw this in the BTS, right? Ari doing these amazing character designs. And we've already spoken a little bit about how we made those creative decisions together. And just to be clear, so she designed the characters in a way that we could then process, not just in actual animation, but also in the various poses and things. So the posing for the various stills that we then fed into Seedance to animate them was already helped by AI. So we were able to prompt and that stuff, which we had this discussion with her, because of course I'm not a professional illustrator. I've never professionally illustrated for anything, and neither has Robert. So we were curious to speak to her as someone who works in this position. Is the task of drawing all those individual poses, the stuff we think we want to do with AI, is that a task you want us to take away from you? Right? Is that passion of yours that we're just kind of driving over or not? And she made very clear. I mean, in school, you know her much better.
Yeah.
What did she tell you that she learned from her animation professor?
So I think there's the interesting parts of animation that still are fun to breathe life in, but the long stretches of especially TV 2D animation, it's back and forth, and these she'd happily skip and rather create the worlds around it.
There's tedious parts to every job, isn't there? And if you're working in it every day, you know the parts that you find tedious. So it's fascinating that she's like fully said that's the thing that is tedious. And so, wow.
But the good thing, it's
so
a back and
cool.
forth, right? There's like the standard poses and stuff. That can be done with AI, but if you have like a special moment where Paul's jaw drops down or something, that's again something where we would ask her back. It didn't happen in the pilot, but we would ask her back to draw that to make it like true to the character. Because if you alter it too much, like Nana Banana just goes anime. Somewhere.
Yeah. So it's really, I mean, of course, this is another budget question. Obviously, we want everyone on the team to be paid in a way that's fair to them.
Right.
So in future episodes, we would definitely bring her back and do much more detailed character sheets with her, have her do some, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of characters planned for this season that we haven't seen in episode 1. But it was an interesting interplay with her, also like on an ethical sense, right, to figure out what do illustrators actually want to see from AI that actually helps them and keeps them excited about the project rather than just, you know, giving her AI results and having her fix them, which was necessary in some cases. She did that for us, but it's always a play of
well, it's so nice that you're just like, you know, really asking these questions, because I think Paul Trillo, when we had Paul Trillo on his episode and he did the music video with the LA-based illustrators, he asked the same sorts of things. You know, it was what could we take away that would be a hassle for you to do this? And you don't enjoy. Literally, it's the part where you go, if I could do less of this and more of the other thing, I'd really enjoy my job more. And it's kind of funny that we all have those things. I remember mine was looking through stock photography libraries for literally hours and hours and hours, like typing into search engines, like trying to find specific exact things. And it's just so boring. And now Midjourney is like the exact antithesis for this. It's like right now I go type what I want and I can, you know, keep rolling and rolling and rolling till I get what I want, you know, and hand selectors. Isn't it a funny time we live in with all of this? But I'm just very happy to hear that illustrators and animators are okay with working on AI projects. There's been a big backlash from that community I've seen specifically. 3D too. You guys are both 3D and you're doing this, you know, and VFX is the newest one. I'm feeling like, you know, to get real sort of painful sort of public backlash. But again, I say 3 to 6 months from now, there'll be a lot less of that and a lot more of them on board and actually really enjoying it too and getting more fulfillment out of their role again, which is something that a lot of people don't talk about with AI, is literally enjoying it again.
Most people online speaking for every creative about them hating AI, like that's just not true. They obviously, people say that they're obviously not going to the conferences and being professionals about it. I literally just came from SIGGRAPH in LA. Most talks, which is like the conference for new visual effects products, and everyone presents their newest technology there, like rendering engines, really highly technical stuff. It was mostly about AI and people were excited about it. So yeah, I mean, no one's significant in the AI space that's like getting traction and making cool stuff is coming out of nowhere. They're all creatives who you can't speak for if you're anti-AI. That's just not true.
Exactly. And it's such a big buzzword, right? You have Corridor Digital creating a new kind of green screen removal tool. That is AI. No one will see it. Sometimes professionals choose to not use AI in the final pixel, but everything leading up to this, I mean, why not?
It's a spectrum. I mean, I don't agree with every AI opinion out there, obviously. Sure. I would say, I mean, it's coming across quite clearly where we're in the middle of that spectrum somewhere. Definitely more excited about it, but yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that
definitely
awesome
have
though?
very
We
nuanced
need
opinions.
this is the spectrum that we've been waiting for, the flourishing of it all. I'm seeing, really big music directors, Hollywood directors getting involved in it now, and everyone at the bottom too, and everything in between, which is so cool. My personal thing is this hybrid thing recently. Seeing all of the different collaborations between people in different spaces, and then using real cameras and AI and it all intertwining. I can just see so much coming from this space, it's the most exciting to me. And I think it has a lot of the less of the anti-AI hate, because as you can showcase in this beautiful deck, there's real people, there's a real stand-up comedian, these are real voice actors, they're involved in this project. These aren't Seedance characters, these aren't Seedance voices. It's great that you can have that as well.
What I thought was really
really
good from the behind the scenes and connected to what Chris has said was actually what you've got in the deck here, where you went when you done the design in the set and then you put it into what you put into the AI. I thought that bit was amazing. Like, so how
what I wondered about this, just as a quick tangent, could you get full copyright for this? Because you can show the Blender files, which are just, the AI re-rendering is just a re-rendering. You've got the human-made Blender files that you can literally submit for copyright. This is one of the most copyrightable AI things that I've ever seen, because you've gone scene by scene and made every single piece of furniture exactly as is. Like, I think
in our jobs, we talked to a lot of lawyers.
Yeah,
they have a lot of different opinions. And what I learned about this, it's a spectrum. It's not 100%. We're closer to the 100 than we are to 50, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, just shout out to Storybook Studios. Until very recently, I was working as head of creative tech at a Munich studio here, Storybook, and I see some of their team members here in the chat, actually. So,
cool.
Hi, Farzin. And we had a lot of these discussions for our productions with some people who even consulted on the EU AI Act. So people who can't possibly know it any better. And even they are like, in the end, someone's got to do it and try it, right? Like this is unprecedented. And basically the recipe is you just try to put as much human touch in it as you possibly can. And that's what we did. And so we believe it's copyrightable, and I don't think a lawyer would could be more clear on it than we are.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure a lawyer would disagree.
Oh yeah,
because that's their job.
Exactly. So no.
I just love knowing that you've gone to that level of knowledge about it, though, and that you are talking with real lawyers. I don't know if you
that's
know
the business, right?
Is. But
oh yeah, of course.
So when I was invited to Adobe, and originally I heard the story about her court case with all of her, for exactly the same thing, like copywriting her Midjourney images and stuff like this. And I just thought it's so fascinating at that time. And we haven't really seen something in the EU that would challenge our data and stuff. And in the UK, we are, I think of us still in the EU. Yes, we had Brexit, and it's a bit of a complete joke, actually. But
you're welcome back anytime.
I would love to come back. We never wanted to leave. It was been stupid as hell that we left. But, I think it's same regular rules roughly around the data protection thing. So, yeah, again, I'd love to know if you, please keep me in the loop. If you do go any further down the, I want to copyright this thing, we would love to, keep a thing up on the show where we let people know, here's the next space they're at, here's where we're at, because no one's done that.
We'll bring legal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
How cool. That would actually be really cool.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
What I wanted to show you is the kit bash the mock-up that Albert did here.
Let me cool. One more sentence about that. I just had the thought. So we briefly mentioned this earlier about the custom downloader and metadata and stuff, and this is super nerdy. But to anyone out there who wants to make their stuff copyrightable, step one is documenting every single asset. As dry and uncreative as that is, every download, the prompt, the model used, when it was used, who did it, what was the input if you had real illustrations like we did. And so Tarmac behind it, if anyone were to purchase it, and we are actively pitching, we have all that. So all the backgrounds, everything is in a clean file system, and it was really tough to do that while being comedy nutcases, but that's very worthwhile pursuing if you want to get a professional production off the ground.
That is,
And
I'm
it's
so
not
glad
manual.
you put that in. How did you manage to get all of that? Like, truthfully, how did you Claude that, or you like are you?
So
yeah, okay.
we
That seems like an ungodly amount of data to store.
our
I mean,
moonlighting.
Our moonlighting.
Yeah. The moonlighting is we studied management and technology,
Yeah,
where
that's the
a
term,
lot of
yeah.
like computer science basics came from that now come naturally, like all the GitHub
Right.
setup.
Yeah, I thought I wasted 3 years of my
that's
life,
awesome.
but no.
That helps.
Just
We
like
keep it a
the
secret,
logic thing,
but-
it's so like you guys have this underlying system ability, and that's gonna help you no end, you know, like for real. I think this is why you've come to this same conclusion, no doubt, with Blender and doing all of this. And yeah, please explain to us what we're seeing here exactly on this Blender scene.
So this is kind of an early version of the kernel's office. So what we wanted to do, just for camera control, and you can see 2 of the cameras here. Those are those kind of triangles floating in the middle. That's the angle on the various characters. And because those are repeating, like we built them like sitcom sets. You know, if you've seen Big Bang Theory or something like that, how they shoot those multi-camera setups, they have some pretty clearly defined angles. And we did the same thing. We thought about where people are going to be standing, sitting, and just had a system which was also vibe coded. It's a separate software that we built for Blender to kind of pre-render these very rough compositions in layers. So we could render out a gray version of this with slightly more detail. That's why I said it was an early version. So we did end up replacing those boxes with an actual table and chairs, like you saw in the BT. Well, that's different.
It's basically that.
You saw it in the BTS. This did get more detailed because we realized it needed to be. But we rendered that out as gray and then brought it into Magnific and put color to it, basically, with very, very detailed prompting. And this is a very early version. Of course, it got a lot more detailed. And then once we had the version we liked of each perspective, we split that into the various layers again. So we did have the desk for the foreground, the chairs for the middle ground, the background for the background, and brought that back into Blender. And then suddenly we had a fully rendered style version of that room that didn't have to like ray traced anymore, because that's just a PNG basically that's back in the room. And so we could place the characters back in there, put them in their seats, so just in front of the layer of the chairs, and then have a set we could play around in with as many camera angles as we wanted. We can very easily create new ones and render out the stills in inside of Blender and bring those into Seedance. So it sounds way more complicated than it is, because once it's set up, we just,
it's just the thinking behind it. That's what
exactly, mate.
Yeah, it's the thinking
exactly
behind
what
it.
I was going to say.
Like the fact
and it's
that
the 3D understanding too. You know, you're making a 2D thing, but you're making it driven by 3D, and that's what's so fascinating. Look at that, amazing.
Most people would just type officer in an office.
And that doesn't work because it deteriorates, right? It deteriorates over time. So the background things that we have, like all the detail in the images, we Photoshop that in. And if you have like a couple of iterations of Nana Banana, it can focus on
like
only so much.
compression problems.
Same
with the characters.
Or your little Easter eggs, like when you do, like later on you do different episodes, you could put little Easter eggs for people to see. Exactly. But there was a really good question by It's Mary Unfiltered, and she said, set design question. The full season is outlined up front. Did you plan the world set across all 15 episodes before animating, or does the facility grow episode by episode?
We have the sets we needed for the pilot.
Yes.
Okay.
So we did. I mean, it's kind of a normal process, right? If you're doing a pilot episode, it's going to be more expensive because you have to create everything up front that you need for that.
Yes,
and episode 2 I'm assuming 80% of that episode is going to take place in the same sets with the same characters we already have. So that's going to be easier. But we do love good flashback humor, like Family Guy, or I guess they're not flashbacks in that case, but like cutaway. You're right, cutaway is the term.
Cutaway, yeah.
And those are going to be unique. Like we have a little, we have a set actually coming up in part 2 that I don't want to give away.
Oh, exciting!
Those are going to be more effort, of course.
It's so cool just go back through this slide again so that I can see the 3D to 2D thing happening again. Because if people like could see that and the level of control of this, you know, every single wall, every single piece, entirely fabricated in 3D, reimagined and retextured in 2D. But as you said, with Photoshop elements for the background to add your Easter eggs, Andrew, it's like, this is the level of control that a truly professional AI, you know, series needs to be, you know, whereby an Amazon or a Netflix or others that are going to buy this type of stuff are going to want this level of continuity and control. And like, it truly is awesome, guys. Like, you've done something here which I haven't seen. I haven't seen this level of control yet, and the metadata and the scraping of it all, and the exact, like, you know, diary entry, however tedious it is, as you said, especially when you're doing comedy and you're no doubt changing lines every single, like, I can't even imagine it, like, to be so like scrupulous with data retention on top of all of this is like, it's such a bundle of stuff that is so sellable. So it's very, you know, it's very interesting to see it produced like this.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm so glad it's appreciated.
Yeah,
definitely.
I know, because I know this inside out, you know, this sort of stuff. I know the effort that goes into this. I know the attention to detail, and I've not seen it before. I'm telling you the truth. You know, I'm not trying to, I've literally, it's baffling me right now that you're the only ones that have shown us this. You know, this idea.
That's why thank
really
you for having us on this show.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I mean,
Gosh, I didn't know we were going to get this much detail. I just loved the show. And now I know you're like really like.
But that's first. The sharing, because like a lot of people started getting very secretive about AI workflows really early on. And I'm of the belief that we're still building a market right now. Like we can become capitalist enemies in like 2 years where we never talk to each other again and try to, you know, take over theater screens for each other. But none of that is happening yet. We need to get on the same base level and figure this stuff out together.
Yeah.
One thing that we figured out
doing workshops. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What did we figure out, Robert? I don't know what you're going to say.
Yeah, sorry,
Robert. We figured out along the way, which is not obvious, is that, for example, posing the characters. So Nana Banana can only focus on so many things, generating the characters within the scene gives you a less qualitative output than generating them separately on, say, a gray background and putting them back in, which then makes such a big difference even on like a 720p output.
And you save a ton of credits that way, right? Like honestly, it's probably embarrassing to admit how little we spent on this episode. Like, we're both in the Magnific Creative Partner Program. We did not get more Seedance credits than that provides. And it's a lot. They're really cool. But because we were able to reuse so many images, it's like we have a library now of Paul in every possible pose and expression, and we just put that into a new location. We even have like a feature that lets us change the lighting on him without AI, like in Blender.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's a very efficient,
that's
it's
smart.
like a sitcom. Just, you know, reuse the sets and just write good scripts and stay low budget for it. It's
again,
awesome.
why use AI where it's not necessary? If you've got the ability to use Blender lighting, then why not? You know, because it's absolutely free to re-render it there, and it's it's like, why pay for the AI version of it, which is less controllable and also expensive in credits and stuff. So again, fascinating to hear where you're using it and where you're not using it and how you're using it, and that this is the first public showcase. For those that are unaware and that want to learn more, you have Curious Refuge courses that people can go and actually purchase through them, animation courses and stuff like that as well. Again, like I totally agree with you.
Yeah. You can see much more of me. A couple hours worth and live once a month.
Awesome.
I try to be live once a month.
I don't know where you get the time for this. Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
For everyone in the chat, if you've got questions, please
Yes,
let us
add
put it in
more
the chat. Put all
questions,
your
please.
questions in the chat because we want to ask as many questions as possible.
Is this the question you meant?
Let's take it, sure. And then we get to Mary's question with the localization, which is interesting as well.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we say to the newly announced law in Europe to mark all deepfake AI generated material? I'm all for transparency.
Yeah.
And thankfully, because they did get good expert consultation, it doesn't affect entertainment products as much. Like a lot of people are panicking and thinking like, oh, you need, like, it's ridiculous. You're going to sit in the cinema and there's going to be this little AI modified overlay.
I've seen it. I've seen the AI modified in the ads.
Oh, in ads?
Yeah.
Well, in ads, it almost makes sense because they're on screen so short. But like, basically, you just have to put it in the credits.
Yeah.
Like I think if someone makes deepfake content that looks real and puts it on the internet, that should be marked, and it's not going to damage our enjoyment of a fictional product if we know it's fictional, because we already do, right? Like, I don't know. I'm pro EU generally, and they have made some strange decisions in other laws recently. But the AI thing, I don't disagree with it as it is now.
The problem I have
to implement.
The problem I have is that where's the line? And what I mean by that is if I took a picture of myself and then I went to ChatGPT or Nano Banana, I say, can you do something? And it's just a slight edit, and then I'll have to say it's AI generated. But then I could take that same image, go to Photoshop, change it completely, and I don't have to say anything. So where's the line? And I think that's what we need to kind of distinguish. Where's that line before we start saying this is AI generated? And then the next question kind of goes into what you were saying. Do we care? You know, if you turn around to me and said, right, that cartoon is AI generated and this one isn't, and I enjoy yours more, I'm like, I don't really care if it's AI generated or not. It's a good story is a good story. So that's the other thing as well. So these are some of the things that I think
it's so weird, isn't it? The context of all of this, because as you said, Andrew, like Photoshop is seen as a skill almost, and AI is not seen as a skill, and therefore it's okay to manipulate via a skilled software, but it's not okay to have a, you know,
my misinformation is valuable.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's so strange, the lines, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
but I think
strange.
we're in the middle of this, right? In other areas and trades, we established common sense in like the greater public that say like a couple of years down the line, people will say, okay, well, this is AI slop. It hurts our society or me or misinforms me. Okay, this is not okay. Slap a logo on it. And
well, here's a comment. Some countries do have the disclaimers that things were retouched in Photoshop, which I also think is
interesting.
It makes sense in theory, and I have seen these ads. I do feel like that particular disclaimer is just on all the ads now, so people kind of don't care anymore. And this was about beauty standards. I think it was about protecting teens from beauty standards. It's one of the reasons, which is a good impulse. But then when everything's marked, nothing is marked. So I do appreciate the differentiation the EU thought up, where it's AI free, AI modified, and AI generated. There's no like specific wording for when you reach that generated threshold. I would argue Tarmac is modified because so much of it is real, but I could totally see people say like, well, but the final animated pixel is AI, right? So it's generated.
Fascinating.
I
but
don't
then,
have
as
a
I
straight
said
answer for you
earlier,
yet.
when you can show the Blender 3D scenes that show exactly the sort of like human based, so again, I would argue modify would be correct, even if the final output is entirely AI generated, because you can show the 3D driving scenes. You know, you can show all of the, if people, that's the thing is with people in public though, on YouTube channels, they're not exactly wanting the evidence, are they? They just, being haters for haters. And
but we've got,
I had to delete a lot of slop comments under Tarmac because it's just like,
that's so
I used to engage with them, but I've never once, someone who gets into the conversation with slop, like that's just an insult. They're not going to change their opinion.
Yes, exactly.
I do have critical comments that I engage with, and I am open to discussion to it.
Yeah.
But nuance and the internet don't go together.
It's actually disgusting to
Exactly.
brandish that as
Exactly.
slop when they know, as we've just seen in the BTS, how many real people are involved with it,
Yeah.
how much skill and 3D software, all of it. Like, it is really, as I'm very sorry that you got brandished as that, and it was just so quickly written off in people's minds because of the, the mention of
But it's
AI or
stuck in
any
their-
mention of
like,
AI. It's
They
ridiculous.
did catch on it somehow. Like they did get hooked on it on some level and disliked that they were like otherwise, I mean, why waste my time to comment something negative on the internet?
It's just, I don't know where
there's
society's at
something they
right
won't
now.
admit to themselves.
I think
did you-
SIGGRAPH said it right. He goes, using the word slop is pure baity rage.
Yes,
Sometimes
that's
they're
it.
doing it just for bait. But one thing I will quickly say is there's a lot of questions coming in. I think we hit we hit something. We've definitely hit something like a little mark in for the community. But before we do that, should we watch the second part?
Yes, we should watch
I'd
part
love
2.
to watch
Please, let's do it.
Yes,
I'd love
let's
to watch
do
part
it.
2.
Paul?
What? How are you, Paul? Honestly, I didn't sleep on the flight. I wasn't planning to fly, and I'm not even totally sure where I flew. Yeah, sorry about that. But you'll love it here. We're in Rammstein. Where? Practically the heart of Europe. You'll never want American coffee ever again. Check it out. Want to be in Italy? Here, have an espresso. France? Have a French press. Ooh. Germany? This. Ugh. How long do I have to stay here? Oh, kid, follow me. I'm afraid the government asked me to really hide you away this time. It's just too dangerous a world for a boy like you. I could hide myself. When we hide ourselves, sometimes even we can find ourselves again. It's best left to the government. I don't know, this is such a physics-y place with math and stuff. Are you sure there's not another outdoor place I could be? Do you remember back in Paraguay when you were covered in bug bites and I told you this was your time to shine? This is your time to shine. I was lying to make you feel better. The truth is, this is your time to shine. Dimly. Underground. How about I make you a steaming mug of Then, you head to your new office and figure out something to send through time that these nerds have never seen before. Thanks, Norbert. I'll give it a try. Okay, everybody ready?
Is that what I think it is?
It's inspired.
This will only use 0.05% of the time budget.
I thought I'd start small but interesting. Your nickname in college, Colonel. Is it enough?
It's original.
Really?
We can get some good data from it. Okay, let's do it. What would go wrong?
So, how long's the battery on that thing?
It's not a battery, sir.
What is it?
Nuclear.
Oh, how long's the nuclear?
It's not. You can't ask how long the nuclear.
30 years, sir! Thank you, Airman. Do you ever crash one of these?
We don't crash these, sir.
I know. Well, just theoretically, what would,
Theoretically, with level 6 city blocks, and we would not be here to discuss the theory.
Oh, right.
You're in safe hands, sir. No city blocks out here.
That's
it's
great.
so fun. Oh, I think they've dropped out. I think they're coming back in. Here we go.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
To eat.
Oh,
There we go.
in and out. We're back. How fun is that? Oh my gosh.
That is
It's
great.
So much fun.
I love the
love
coffee.
this
I love
show.
the coffee bit.
Yeah, I love all
French,
the characters.
There's this. If there's Italian, there's this. If there's German, I won't say it because I don't want to get demonetized. Nah, that's great. I really, and what I like about that, it is very much like a pilot in the sense that you can see where it can potentially go, like so many different directions it can go. It ended in I want to know more, and I think that's so key. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I really hope we get to see a lot more of that.
Is your audio coming through okay? Give us
I mean, honestly, we're so motivated by.
Oh no, the audio is really.
Your audio is funny.
The audio is coming through strange.
Yeah, it's coming through funny.
I'm not sure what's happened.
Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble hearing you guys as well.
The old live situation, Andrew?
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. There we go. I think we're sorted. Maybe not. Oh, live. Don't you love it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it's quite laggy as well. It's quite laggy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. No, we can't. Your audio is totally. We'll have it in a second. We have so many options here. I'm sure we'll find a solution.
It sounded better then. It's still a bit croaky, but it did sound better.
Yeah.
Daleks.
The Daleks have entered the building.
And Lawrence, I saw your message
We'll be
earlier.
right back. Give us like 20 seconds.
Lawrence, I saw your message earlier about being in Coventry.
Yeah, of course. No worries.
Looking forward to seeing you on Friday. Come to the Emirates.
Oh, mate, the Premier League starting up again. I shared a video today from someone that was excited about the Premier League coming back.
Oh, I can't wait.
It was one of the best like physics football things, but I'm not going to show it to you because obviously I've saved it for next week's live show.
Nice.
So it's one that I'm keeping off. But yeah, Premier League this weekend, mate. Oh, no way.
Guys in the chat, if you've got any questions, let us know. Put the questions in. We was just saying in the green room, like, we're loving these guests. These guests are so funny. They're talented. We definitely want to get them back on the show. You know, they're very open as well. They're really breaking down like some nuggets, some golden nuggets as well. So yeah.
But I can't believe the whole like, you know, actually getting every single thing into like a log, basically.
Yeah,
you know, like actually keeping every single prompt and keeping everything. Are we back?
No,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, the audio is still broken. Damn it.
SIGGRAPH said your guest choices are always amazing. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring you some of the best guys all over the world. All over the world as well. Absolutely. You know, definitely we've got some. And if there's anyone that you want to see, anyone you want to recommend to us, let us know. Go to the website. The website is, I don't know if we've got it. It's the AI Live.
Oh, yeah. The AILiveshow.com.
AILiveshow.com. Let us know from there. Grandma Grace said, my AI short film just won the Higgsfield Weekly Challenge. Well done. Can you check it out real quick and give me some feedback? What we do,
please submit it to us.
Yeah, that won't be on today's show just because today is just about Albert and Robert, but we're back on Tuesday. So upload it to the website, which is there. And we'll definitely, well, the fact that you won an award, I'm sure we'll play it on Tuesday's show, which is 4 p.m. UK time.
Hey, Kareem's in the house. What's going on, Kareem?
Hey,
I missed
Kareem.
you yesterday, brother. Oh my God. We have a crew now, a London crew. Me, John, and Andrew. Me, John, and Kareem, mate. We got to get you there. You're the London boy.
I'm in London next month, so I'm in London in September sometime, and October. I've got a few dates, quite a lot of dates actually coming up. So what I'll do is I'll let you know, and then let us know what's going on in town. Definitely want to go there.
Are we back? Maybe not.
Nah, so I still hear a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still a bit.
I'm not sure what's happened. I'm so sorry, guys.
Mary says, come to Canada. We would love to come to Canada. Whereabouts in Canada are you from, Mary, again? Let us know.
Ay. This is the only trouble with live, huh?
Technology, eh? I always say that. Technology.
Mate, I'm surprised it's not mine, honestly. I'm surprised that it's not mine. I'm glad it's not mine, but I'm surprised it's not mine.
Yeah. So Corey Campbell said, any of the characters based off of real life people? That's a really good question. We'll definitely get them
that is a great
to
question.
answer that. Like, if for whatever reason they can't make it back, we'll definitely be speaking to them.
He's trying every way now.
Yeah.
He's trying his iPhone.
Hi.
Oh my god,
Hey,
you
there we
guys are
go.
the
How's that?
best. You tried.
Is that
Oh,
working?
that works. That works great.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Let me put
There
you
you
here
go.
so you below.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
you've seen it for an hour now, so now we can change.
Now we can be chill. Yeah. This is what you see when
Well,
when we pitch you Tarmac officially.
Yes, like
yeah, you've seen it now. Now we get the behind the scenes stuff.
Now we're
Oh,
friends.
thank you
Yeah.
so much for the extra effort to join from your iPhone on this with the same StreamYard link. You must have transferred your link to yourself to do that. That's
Everything,
awesome.
yeah.
You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Call the cable company, Albert says.
Now you can see
brilliant.
the heat
Yeah.
wave.
maybe
Oh,
let's
God,
get into the questions that piled
let's
up.
right. I don't know
Yes,
what you discussed,
we've got
but
we've got a lot of stuff. Well, the most interesting one that came in as you were just there is: are any of the characters based off of real life people?
not characters, but jokes. Like some of the silliest dialogues are real things that happen to us.
Wow.
You were there for the background one, so you talk about that.
Oh yeah. This is great. So as comedy writers, we keep a little list of things that happen, like in every meeting, on the street, in a subway, and we then just look, like when we have a task of writing a scene, we look through this thing, and then we try to just squeeze it in. The second it works. So if I don't know if you caught this, because 50% of the people thought it was like one of the funniest things they saw. It's the background joke, and the others didn't get it. So the Colonel says, "What is your personal background?" Paul turns around, doesn't say anything. That actually happened.
Oh, you cutting up a bit.
Oh no.
You're cutting up a bit.
Oh no. We lost him right in the best bit.
Yeah, you was about to.
Oh.
You've gone into slow motion. I don't know whether it's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Or if it's the 5G.
Oh, damn
that's
it.
a shame.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, where did I lose you?
You said about the background, and he looked, and then
Okay. Background. That was a real person at a conference with native language, not English. He just misunderstood the question of what's your personal background with what is your personal wallpaper on your computer showing behind us right now. So
it was some video game. It was like, oh well, this is XCOM, and I like it.
That killed the question.
We never found out where he's from or what he studied, right? And the other one is the moonlighting joke, which some guy just was talking about moonlighting as a young guy, and his son was right next to him, and his son was like, I don't know, 14 or something, and he used the word moonlighting, and he was like, oh, actually, son, do you know what moonlighting means? And the son started sweating. Why his dad? Yeah, this was like a fancy dinner, and he was like, it's when you show your ass, Dad.
Yeah.
That's been stuck in my mind since then, and I'm so glad I got it out.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's
the great thing about
funny.
writing a series as well, is because you can turn around and say, I want to include this, but not this episode. I'm going to put that in that episode or that episode. It's with musicians, they'll have lyrics. They're like, I can't put it in this song, but I'm going to make it in that song, or I'm going to use this lyric in this song. And that's why I like it when people can create series, because you can always link it. That's why I think one of the cleverest series is How I Met Your Mother. I thought it was really smart the way they wrote that. Like, I just really appreciate smart writing. And when I just looking at the pilot of this one, I'm like, immediately you're like, yeah, they're smart writers. Like, that's what I'm excited to see the rest, because I really appreciate that.
We've got
It's
another
outlined.
question.
We have
coming in
ideas
here.
for
sorry.
well, we have more than ideas. It's outlined. We have outlines for the whole season. So
Nice.
I can say as much. We're definitely going to make more of this. And I guess the
Right.
question is who will join us? That's the only question. Because
That's
just for
awesome.
personal reasons, I want to see more.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
It's happening.
And I mean, with the new Seedance update, it's getting
It's only
easier
going to
and
get
easier.
easier. It's only going to get easier. So yeah.
Right. Well, I had a technical question about
Okay.
that actually
Oh,
here
this
from
question. Small
Lawrence
question.
saying, have you had generations
refusing to generate any images?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there's ways around generating things that the the services don't let you generate. There's
You get work. I mean, the easiest thing is remove whatever is offensive and put it in differently. Like if it's on audio, for example, it wouldn't do the ass joke. I had him say sass, and then of course the original voice actor had said the correct word and cut it in. So it goes through Seedance, but we did bring in the original audio back in the edit, so we actually stuck to the performer's original way they said it. That's an easy one. Surprisingly, the coffee joke didn't it just worked.
Didn't trigger. No.
Yeah, didn't trigger at all.
Yeah, but then again, I know Seedance is on our minds and we're doing everything in Seedance, but when Seedance says, "Hey, you can't do that," you just go to something else.
Yeah. Or
what is your
LTX
second one?
or
Yeah, LTX.
Minimax.
Okay.
Kling.
Yeah.
Others. Yeah, there's loads on there.
Yeah, because it's always like it seems to me right now, Seedance is like the number one. Like 9 months ago, it was all about VO models.
Yeah.
What, like for you, what is the all right, if it doesn't work in Seedance, where do you go next? Is it VO? Is it Kling? Is it Minimax? Is it like
Kling is very reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for us, it's just it needs to handle lip sync well. So that's the key.
Yes.
To these scenes. If it doesn't,
Seedance unlocked Tarmac for us because of the lip sync more than anything.
Of course. Of course.
Less
of a question here
the
from
open
Whiskey
source stuff,
Woven.
There's Comfy Cloud. I've been using it very, very regularly for the Curious Refuge course, and it's a great way to use very high quality models that are, I don't want to say completely uncensored, but without having to be afraid of a lot of the filters that are on most of the commercial sites. And it's, I think, cheaper than individual generations if you just book by like credits and or by time rather and run Comfy UI workflows. So while Comfy is not necessary for making Tarmac, which I'm very grateful for, it is a valuable tool to know in the AI space for very specific controllable reasons like that. Oh yeah, let's grab the design sets question. I think that went under when we went under. Localization for everyone listening, localization is when, like Pixar, for example, they create versions of Toy Story where posters have don't have text on them, and the various localizing studios can put it in their local language. For example, Inside Out, also the kids in Japan weren't eating broccoli, they were eating some other vegetable that kids in Japan don't like eating because Japanese kids like eating broccoli. So that's a process that's done for a lot of animation projects. Honestly, I would have to just say we would generate the shots again if we were lucky enough to have the budget that international audiences wanted versions of Tarmac.
Yes. And one thing, like in terms of language, if it comes to translating only the language and the performance, so in another job that I did for localization, it is super, or maybe you've seen like the Amazon example, right? With the AI generate localization of the whole movie.
They probably haven't, because I think English audiences often don't. You guys don't do dubbing as much as the German audience would usually.
Not nearly as
so
much.
That's a big culture here in Germany, that we have an entire industry of actors who make careers out of playing the German voices of American stars.
Of course.
But I don't remember the Amazon film so the name of it, that they auto dubbed everything. It was terrible. It was really, really bad in a lot of languages. So I wouldn't go for automatic dubbing. No.
No. Yeah, I've seen that in sports when they've had AI over sports, and I'm like, what's?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was happening. I was like, what is this? Like, I thought it was a joke commentator, and then I realized it was AI, and I thought, oh no.
Yeah, the YouTube auto dubbing's not great either, is it?
Yeah, I wouldn't rely on AI to do the translating of. I mean, especially not comedy. I would, at least for the German version, I would personally want us to oversee the translation. Like, we would rewrite jokes.
Yeah.
There's I mean, just like the jokes we just mentioned, they don't work in German. And we would try to make that as human done as possible.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably still be dubbing.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
I know that we're a bit
The
over
classic
time
way.
now, and we lost you for a little bit in the middle there, and I'm so sorry about the technical issues that we had with you guys. Like, if you guys have a hard stop,
I
though,
can't hear you,
just-
Chris, actually.
Oh,
hear
you
Chris?
can't hear me.
Do we?
I could hear you, so it must be on.
No, you're back.
Oh.
Oh, wait. You?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Andrew, but I can't hear Chris.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm not
You hear
sure
me,
why.
Andrew?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
What's
Can
happening
anyone in
today?
the chat? Can you hear Chris in the chat? If anyone in the chat, if you can hear Chris, just let us know.
hello, test 1 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I heard the test just now. The test 1 2. I heard.
Test 1 2. I'm back. Am
You're
I
back. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, they can
okay.
hear
I'm
you,
back.
yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, everyone can hear Chris. Yeah.
But we've had all the technical issues today. God, you gotta love it being live, don't you? I was just saying, if you have a hard stop, I know that you've been busy today already filming and stuff, and that we're already over the allotted time. Technical difficulties aside, we would just love to have you guys back another time. You know, just loved having you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In the WhatsApp group, I've been saying, just love this exposure we're getting, honestly, and hearing you guys, and I just love the passion that you've got for it all, and that you've got teams involved in it and all of this. And yes, let's go with the show. You know, let's get some real financial backing to make this a bloody show. Where I keep thinking is, where the hell is the Gen AI MTV? Because that would fit perfectly on that.
That's a good.
You know,
Yeah.
who the hell is owning Gen AI MTV? Because this show
give us
would
that
be
number.
Oh,
Tell
I'm
us-
trying to
tell us
find
who does
out.
it, yeah.
I'm trying
if
to
that's
find
your
that
next
out.
guest, just
If I have anything to ask for in this AI space, is let's figure out distribution. I know there are many great
Yes.
people working on it. I mean, we have
Oh my
Showrunner, we
God.
have Escape, but
Yeah.
that's the main thing to crack here, because we have so much talent that you're
agree.
talking to all the time, that we have in these WhatsApp groups, that we have all over the internet. But we need to
agree.
break through that ceiling of reaching people to watch
Yes.
this stuff.
because it's good, not because it's AI or
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
That's
Just
exactly
because
right.
the things are good.
That's
Yeah, I've always
exactly
said
right.
that. I worked in the music industry for 10 years. I've met a lot of talented broke singers. And it wasn't that the fact that their content wasn't good, it's just distribution. And that's like I've noticed that same pattern across loads of different things. And AI will be another one. We're going to see a lot of talented people, but because of distribution, their content is not going to get out there. So if we can work out ways to get our content out there, get the distribution out there, I think we're definitely onto something.
And that's why we started the show, truthfully, is exactly the same reason. You know, we were like, wow, these guys are so talented and there's no platform for this yet. And we've recognized this. And, you know, over time, it's grown to unbelievable like content that we're being sent now. Like the stuff that we're being sent, I genuinely think, if this was on YouTube or Netflix, I would just watch it. I'd pay for it. I would have happily, AI or not. It's just so good. The storytelling, the visuals, the color grading, the sound design, and it's all next level stuff. And often it is projects involving multiple people that really blow my mind, like this one did. And yeah, Gossip Goblins one, I was just like, my God, like, whoa.
Trailblazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's
yeah.
But you guys are right up there with this show. Truthfully, what you've shown us today is like, I think in Europe, I haven't seen anyone go to this level of like trying to keep everything and trying to document everything and trying to really make the show fully like you can hand over to someone, a real distributor, and say, here's everything. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
here's
the
all the
Germans
people
in us,
involved, here's
man.
It's the
everything.
Germans.
Yeah.
The Germans.
We need
Like
to
the
learn
extra
this
part
lesson.
super
efficiency
easy.
is German efficiency. Yeah.
Can you please pass off some of this to the rest of Europe? Just you've got too much of it, so just start handing
Yeah,
out some to the rest of us because we need
Hey,
it.
we're going to
guys.
Warsaw. Literally, shout out
Happily.
to Warsaw Glitch. Actually, if anybody listening to this
Right.
right now, I will be in Warsaw next week. So hit me up
Oh.
there.
Yes,
and,
there's lots of the real dreamers
let's
going to
chat.
Warsaw Glitch. Yes.
And where else can
Yeah.
we hear? Where else can we hear? Stay up to date with both of yourselves.
We're very active on social media. Also, super responsive to DMs. Honestly, being a business nerd, LinkedIn is probably the best place to reach me, at least.
Yeah, same for me.
But the tags down there are also accurate. So Instagram, we try to keep the same handles everywhere. Instagram,
smart.
YouTube channel. I'm trying to be more active on YouTube as well, where this is streaming too. And yeah, can't wait to hear from anybody who wants to have a chat about AI, about what we're doing, and
Exactly, and this is
Awesome.
about figuring it out together. So even if you have some question that might in your head be dumb, no, it isn't.
and any of the questions in the chat.
Right.
I've seen some great ones we didn't get to, so send them over.
Exactly. And like I said, we've even seen some people in our little WhatsApp group saying, "God, have these guys back again," you know, so more questions for the next round, and long may the show continue. Is there plans to initially do the next episode anytime soon, or anything like, or is it on to other projects for now? And there is. Oh, great.
We blocked some time for us to do that.
Yeah. In the fall, I would say we're definitely going to be working on episode 2.
Yeah, when it gets rainy, when it gets less hot.
Yes. Can we all have a little break from the heat, please? That would be very nice. Thank you very much. It's too bloody hot out here. Wherever I go as well, it's like everywhere seems to be hot. It's nowhere's the UK is not safe anymore. It used to be safe, Andrew, didn't it? I used to come back to the UK and get away from it, and now I'm like coming back to it, and I'm like, oh, when does it
Let's
end?
go to Zach London.
Yeah, we visit Zach in Sweden.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next
he's
episode.
Exactly. But how cool that the local booth recording, Andrew, was a thing back to back that we understood here. You know, this is something as like audio nerds. I'm like, even we brought up Logic twice in 2 episodes. This is crazy to me. Like, I never thought we'd be here, and suddenly we're here, and I'm so happy about that. Like, yeah, now I know you guys are really into the audio space. You're gonna have to stop me talking to you, truthfully, because I'm just gonna like pick your ear on all of this stuff.
We do
I
a
really
podcast
wish
about the audio stuff.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I mean, yes, we should.
No, we have to. We have to together.
Oh, we should just do a straight up audio
We do
nerds.
the visuals on YouTube and then the audio stuff on.
I love it.
On
And
the go.
Guys, it's been a
Cavan the Kid
pleasure.
also said that it was 90% sound in his film. You know, that's what he thinks of film is 90% sound and 10% visuals. And he rightly pointed out, if you change the background music, you can make a very nice scene very, very chaotic, and you can make a very happy scene like evil just by changing the music. It's really
we did
kind
the
of
sound
crazy.
first on Tarmac. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's all sound
again,
first, and then we put the visuals on top of it. Yeah.
But that's for
you guys
next time.
absolutely smashed it. Yes, you smashed it. Thank you so much again for coming on and restreaming us through your YouTube as well. We're gonna get you on for another maybe normal session or another creator session, whatever you guys like. Honestly, now that I know that you do workshops and all of this, our regular show is just more submissions, kind of like what your students would get, Albert. Basically. And actually, we had Hal that won the Curious Refuge competition and stuff like that. The animation one submissions, and I think we're going to do X Prize next, Andrew. I don't know if you've seen, but there's insane amounts of submissions for that.
And looking forward to that.
I think we need other experts to come on and give feedback with us.
We'd definitely like to get you guys back. Definitely.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll distribution will be sorted. You've done 14 15 episodes of season 1. It's going to be on Netflix or the AI version of Netflix. All of that by October, November time.
We're getting lots of claps from the people tuning in. And thanks for tuning in from LinkedIn or YouTube or wherever you've been tuning in from. We're live each week, usually on the regular show. And big fans here. Mary's a big fan. I also got some really lovely feedback that you're so good with your course and your feedback and stuff, Albert. So again, like that's mad props for you for doing that, and that level of dedication. I understand it is a lot. So yeah, and no doubt there'll be more and more people coming in after we end the live stream with the love and thanks, because there's always a bit of a delay. But yeah, we will kill the show there and join you again in the future.